Hi everybody, welcome back to Vintage Story Nomad episode 30 with me, Sid. And last episode we tackled this handful of ruins up here. Got some of the meteorite from there. That's a stair dungeon. We're not going to worry about stair dungeons. They don't yield a lot, to be honest. I don't know whether that might actually be a thing, but it's a bit out of the way for... Anyway, I've started coming back down here. And we have got, what we got? You got 2 days on you. You've got 1 whole day on those grubs. Might as well finish those off then quickly. You've got 3.1 years and you've got 12 days. So yeah, we'll just continue on with this meat that we cooked. So we come back down the river, back to the entrance of the river mouth down here, and we're going to follow this around just to see what we can find. Now, I am starting to think about FOB Charlie, but I do want to have somewhere reasonable, and now Charlie is where I am almost certainly going to start prospecting and looking for the makings of a cementation furnace. It will probably, well, it will almost certainly, because I don't think we're going to be getting any titanium or chromite without steel, because you need steel to mine those in the first place. So it will almost certainly be tier 1. If we're lucky, maybe tier 2 things. Let me just, in fact, let's just go and have a look at refractory brick. Mixed tier 1 is bauxite, quartz and fire clay. Okay, tier 2 adds olivine. So we could potentially, if we find some peridotite, we could potentially find olivine. But thank you, I'll have to my map then. But yeah, we ain't going to be doing tier 3 because that's chromite or what are you? Yo, peanuts. Well, I don't mind if I do. Just grab them. Yeah, I don't think we can actually. They're actually okay. Thanks now. With peanuts, I'm not getting anything. Okay, right. But it doesn't matter. It's a crop that we can actually grow this far south. And yeah, we'll just continue on around and see. That was not as much of a landmass as I thought, although I still suspect that. So we might go and have a look at that when we come in. Yeah, I want to do steel. I also would like to process up more my iron, because obviously I need to make the iron into steel. Wow, that is a lot of pigglywigs. If I was looking for somewhere to harvest a lot of meat, then that might be the place to do it. What is happening with this map? Something weird going on with the map there. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's just have... What is that? Looks suspicious. Let's just go and have a look. It's a 2-minute journey in. The leaves are dying a lot on some of these trees, which is interesting. I'm just curious as to... Oh, it's just a fruit tree. It is a pomegranate tree. Oh, hey! No, that's the rules. You hit me, I hit back. Ooh. We got a lump of fat out of it that is at least edible, I think, actually. Let me just and what we can do just to make this meat, because we will not get around to cooking it before it goes, is turn it into that. You can come up, you can come up. While we're here, he obviously overheard me talking about the pigglywigs. This is just going to give me seeds, isn't it? But again, if FOB Charlie is tropical, we're going to need tropical seeds. So these guys are almost certainly not going to grow in this heat. But again, we can grab a few. And let's go back and get the boat. Anyway, so I'll push us round to where I think that potential meteor is, and then we'll continue on. And this map is doing weird stuff today. I may have to relog. Because there's definitely something not right about that. Let me get myself out to things and I'll get myself out to sea. And we'll do that and I'll see you in a moment. Alright, we've stopped off just where this, in quotes, potential meteorite impact site is. Let's see whether we get it right this time. I don't get it right all the time, and obviously on the Rusty Gears server I tend to, well, I do play with a mod that shows me where, there you go, but this time no mod. You see, people who doubt that I can do this without mods, nobody's ever suggested that. But it's nice to be able to come in and, you know, spot a meteorite reasonably accurately. They're a lot harder to spot in grasslands, which is why that mod is so invaluable, but also yeah, possibly a little bit OP. But to be fair, I don't think it would be so necessary if you had more of the swivite or meteoric iron pieces on the surface. You rarely see them around meteor impact sites. And given that's the clue as to where they are normally, yeah, I don't feel too well. This is a good one. Going down deep. We'll have to check her. It always takes an age to break these things, though. Oh wow, this is a biggie. I'm glad I made the effort to come in. So it's going to be a question for some of the things. You see, the reason I want so I want to make myself some decent armour, probably chain, just because I want the mobility that, you know, my class and my missile basis requires, although I'm doing quite well, you know, with the spear as a thrusting weapon. So let me just, we'll just have a little probe just to make sure we're not missing any. I think we're probably okay at that. You're really not, yeah, we'll take it. I mean, I came away with 36, and that's actually not a bad number for something, but Well, these need to be marked much more clearly, in my opinion, with the relevant surface stones to basically go, that's a meteorite impact site. Because they are quite difficult to find otherwise. That one, in fact, I should probably delete that now. I'll just mark it in red. Ores. Yeah, the not always the easiest to find. Right, what are our plans now? Let's have a look. We are here. So I think we can follow on up around and see what we've got around this bay, basically. I need to find a decent place with plenty of exploration options in multiple directions and a reasonable place to build. I set down my castle tents. Sounds odd when you say it like that, but ideally I'd like to find somewhere near bauxite or peridotite. Perfect world, both. But I'm not being greedy, honest. Yes, I am. Okay. I'm going to keep on going, and I will come back once there is something to show for our journey. See you in a moment. Well, it's got to be said, this is not the most exciting terrain. We've come around, there was really nothing there, didn't seem to be much point going up this way. This is showing nothing, don't know what that is, probably just a tree. And then we're kind of back round to here, so yeah, this is not yielding exciting stuff. This is yielding at least alternative rocks. We've got claystone. I'm going to say basalt, but it could be slate, chert. So yeah, none of those are any rocks that we need, and they're not going to give me any of the minerals that we need, so nothing to get excited about. But at least we've seen a change from Mr. Granite over there. But yeah, this is not yielding the excitement I was after. Other than the odd lightning strike, some of which are coming awfully close to getting me. I've been struck by lightning a couple of occasions on playing Vintage Story, and it doesn't generally kill you, but it comes close to giving you a heart attack when it happens. But yeah, this is surprisingly uninspiring at the moment. Fairly certain that is just a tree or something down there. There's nothing over that way. So lots of interesting wood. I think a kapok off the top of my head. But we've seen some purple heart. We've seen obsidian. So not obsidian, ebony. Blah blah blah. Get the words right. But still hunting. So again, back in a while. Alright, whilst not the most exciting thing in the world, I think we've found some chalk. And I really could do with getting a couple of 5 stacks of chalk blocks for lime, because I always seem to be panicking a little bit about, you know, running out of lime, and there's the bits of lime that I'm picking up. That piglet is going to be a pain, isn't it? That is chalk, isn't it? No, it's limestone. All right, even better. Just grab a few stacks of this while I'm here then. I've got plenty of space. We have come, just so you can see where we are, we've come across now, we're at the top now. The translocator we came in on is over here, so we're now slightly north of that. But it looks like we've got some more landmass over here, so we'll keep pushing it round. I don't think any of this is going to be bauxite though. And then it looks like there might even be something going off that way, which, yeah, there's still plenty of options. So a couple of stacks of chalk, a couple, maybe 3, of limestone even, and then we'll continue on. Maybe 4 stacks, who knows? Maybe 5, maybe 6. No, calm down, John. But what I will do is grab enough to make sure that we've got enough to process hides for a while. What I may actually do also is go... where are you? Limestone. Ores, put it down as ores. Okay. Good enough. Yeah, I'll be back in a bit. Alright, we're coming in to an area that is, I think that's sandstone, granite and andesite by the looks of that. Not anything to get excited about. We did pick up 4 stacks, or just shy of 4 stacks, because 4 stacks is 254 and you use lime in batches of 50 in barrels, so it makes a nice simple sense, or at least you use it like that. However, we're going to come over here and we're going to set down our tent, and we're also going to set down our castle. There are 2 reasons. One is I really do want to make myself a quern to stick in my tent, and I need to get my tools from my castle. The other reason, and the other somewhat I think better reason, is there's a whole load of ruins over here. So what I need to do is find a spot to plonk down my tent. I'm going to do this way, I think. So we can sort out my inventory a bit. This should give me plenty of room. Sincerely hope it does anyway. Let's start off with my tent bag. About there. And then that's got my other bits in it. I need to empty my inventory a wee bit. You can go. There's probably... oh yeah, that's even better. We can combine those and turn you into that. And then there's almost certainly going to be some flax there. I know I've got meteoric iron stashed somewhere. There you go. Oh, hello, did not mean to do that. Yeah, stick the seeds in there for now. That lot can go in there, along with that. Keep hold of that, stick the peanuts in. That's all good now. If I remember rightly, the castle is the thing. Now the reason I want to do this is because this is going to become a kind of a non-thing soon. This food is about to run out, so I want to work out what I did with my... that's the one, isn't it? That's my toolbox. So I decided I wasn't going to carry things on my back. I do remember that much. Because in theory I shouldn't need to, because I've got a tent. But a whole load of stuff in there as well, look. I've just going to put all that away, haven't I? What did I do with you? Nope. Nope. Those. So the theory being, we take you, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. No. Hammer, sticks. Oh, it's cpaciy chisel. God damn it. Probably means I can't easily do this. Because it's the wrong kind of chisel. Damn it. That's just going to have to go in there for now then, isn't it? Well, let's pick up that back up again. We don't need 2, 3. I think it's that one. And put you back in there. This can stay here though. And we can now use as much of this as we want. Yeah, that. Now it's 9:51. Let's sleep the night off. And I'll check how long I've been recording and then I'll decide what I'm going to do brewing wise, because that is going to be, let me get up, I don't want to overlay. So there is a ruin here, look, which is a more traditional small ruin, and then there is a castle ruin. Now that is probably a slightly bigger prospect to tackle. I'm not seeing, oh, there, I think that's probably a trader at a guess. So I think what we'll do is we'll whack down a tent. Tent. Come on. It can't be that. There you go. And we're going to go, we'll walk past this and we'll walk around to the trader and then we'll come back up and do that, I think, for this thing. Assuming, we'll check that time first, but yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, that seems like a good trade. As I say, that ruin might take a little bit longer to tackle because it has quite a lot of locusts and mobs in it. I've seen those on the Rusty Gear server. They're not the most challenging ruins, and they're certainly not the most richly appointed with the loots, but it's a little bit more than a casual ruin. It's, you know, there's a pig, isn't it? Yes. I think I'm too far south. It's been suggested that I'm too far south for wolves. I sincerely hope that's right, because I've just said the word now, and if there's anything that's going to tempt fate, it's naming them. Panda? I'm not sure which is better. I don't really want to get into a fight with anything if I can avoid it. Right now, I just want to have a nice chill explore and enjoy. But my plan, so just kind of going on with my plan there, is I want the bauxite so we can get the cementation furnace. The cementation furnace I can get steel. We can process iron and make either iron or meteoric iron if I've got enough and feel that it's a good investment. Armor chain or something along those lines. Maybe those are not bribe. Yeah, I thought you were a trader. Let's come around here and have a look, see what you've got and who you are. I haven't brought my gears with me though, have I? No. You're an artisan, so you probably wouldn't have anything I want anyway. Metalworking for 18 years might have been. You have a nice little campsite. That tent is. I almost want to copy that, you know. Anyway, let's continue back up and go round and do the ruin to the rear side of that. We can also see if we're opening anything else up. See, that looks sus to the point where I want to head that way now a little bit. Sorry. Attention span. I don't know what. Something with a really small attention span. Can't think of anything with a really small attention span. Goldfish are often one that are cited with a short memory. Although I've seen studies, who just goes to show the wonderful world of academia that I work in, that, you know, somebody out there decided to do a study into whether it's true that goldfish have got a really short attention span, and it's like, there's a little bit of you kind of going, who cares? What is that? That's a suspiciously nice quartz down there. I am going to need a lot of quartz, but quartz is one of the things that I seldom struggle with. You are up there, aren't you? Let's go up this hill. Crabs everywhere. If they weren't so pinchy, they're actually reasonable eating. But they cause you a great deal of effort and trouble. Not. This is one of those things that this could be 50-50. I'm not sure whether. Piggy. I'm not sure whether this is a ruin or. Where is it? It's over that way if it's anywhere. It could be gravel. Because this is the other. This is the one you often get caught out by, the gravel patch. Where is it? Yeah, it's behind that tree. No, that's a ruin. That is definitely a ruin. I can see it poking up. And that is a majestic antelope. Yeah, definitely a small ruin. I don't think there'll be a lot here. You know what? Always worth. See, these ones I can never be bothered to dig down. I don't think I've ever found anything there. But this. Oh, hello. How are you? Not so well now. Oh, there's several of them. Okay. Okay, there's less of them now. And we can eat a bit more of our nom-noms. Now the reason I wanted to come over here is, of course, they have these. Which, yeah, not the tools. They're not that. But that 20 metalworking XP, that's worthwhile. And there's going to be more, because there always is. Like, there'll be one there. I'm not going to bother with the cobbled dirt. I normally do, yeah, a bit of quartz. You know what, we'll keep it, we need it. So we might as well keep hold of that one. Let me just check that there's no more hiding. And those sides, no, I think I need to go up. This is going to be a translocator tower as well, isn't it? It is. So if I was feeling really brave, we'll have that. Come on, give me. Give. Good grief. If I was feeling like I wanted to translocate again and try another location, best thing we could do with that is that, I think. Not bothered about the chest. We will get rid of that little bit of rubbish and we'll leave that bit of dirt behind as well. Well, I mean, it was worth having the wander over. We can mark it as a ruin. We can mark it as a complete ruin. And then we can, oh, there's another ruin over there. And another ruin over there. Okay. Now, I suspect that we will get to that one following the world around. So maybe we leave that one. Or do I? Do I just walk over? I mean, there's a little ruin, then there's that ruin. I can get over there and wander back. And then we can do the big, that's a mine shaft ruin. We're not doing that, but we'll mark it. Like I say, when we did that, oh, hello. Hello, come here, me. Hello, Mr. Whoa, no. Right, which way am I going? That way. We'll go head over and do those two ruins, and then we'll probably pause at that point, and then we'll head back and we'll deal with those second ruins the next episode. I am not dealing with that skull pile heap monster thing though. That is a no. They've got lots and lots of hit points, and right, where was I going? Over there, wasn't I? Oh. Going through my favourite terrain as well. Piggly? Don't. Let him go. I don't need his flesh. He learned the hard way not to mess with people with pointy things. I'll have a little bit of that. I didn't. Yeah. Oh, you're coming back. Oh, you thought you were brave for a moment, did you? And then you had a moment of clarity where you decided that discretion was in fact the better part of valor. Hup. Hello. No. Try not to get distracted, John. Right, anyway, let me where are we? We are here. It's just down there somewhere, isn't it? Yeah, they're not overly difficult terrain to navigate. That Piggly ran away. Did that Piggly run away to come back, or did? Well, grief. It's just when you hear that squawk, and then you realise that you're probably going to have to deal with an angry mummy pig. Gotta be down here. There's gotta be some good stuff in here somewhere. Come on. I refuse to believe that there's no loot in this ruin. Come on. Where have you hidden it? It's a cave. That's not helping me. Okay. Made a fool of me. Not difficult, to be fair. I mean, I'm wandering around with an ore for starters, and I've just picked some. I've got enough food to keep me going. This is starting to spoil. We'll mark you as done. And we'll head over and deal with this one. This should get some idea of if there's anything else hiding over here as well, shouldn't we? Like there, that's a ruin, I'm fairly certain. However, I'm going to wait till we get round here. Because otherwise I am just going to end up walking halfway across the continent. But we will... Oh, he's gone. Okay, fine. We will just go and do this last ruin. And then I can walk back. And we'll deal with those big ruins next episode. And then move on. But we still need to find bauxite. We still need to get the basics going. This is going to be the key. The key thing going forward, isn't it? Is getting the necessaries to up armour. I mean, we've got iron spears. We can make meteoric iron spears. Obviously, we've got that option available to us now. Oh, trader. Let's go have a look over here first. Because again, this looks like quite a large selection of ruined buildings, and the kind of ruins that are going to have vessels rather than lots of fancy building loot. See, can see one already. So, ow! How dare you? I mean, that's the only bit I can see on that, which is a farming vessel, so no book. There might be a vessel buried down here though somewhere. Kind of hinting, isn't it? Not really worried about the bony soil. Yeah, maybe not. Okay. Oh, hang on. Forage. I'll take those. Those are always welcome. Bit of healing. Although, oh man, we're going to have to get used to the new healing. Well, yeah, the news, big news, of course. Ew, fireclay. Hang on. There we go. We'll mark you. We may be back for that. Is 121 has dropped. It's only the first 121.0, so there's a good chance that things will change and develop further. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything down there. Here we go. Wow. Hang on. Wow, that was 5 vessels in one place. With 5 books in them. That was totally worthwhile. I will just, again, just check. Oh yeah, there's definitely something going on down here. Hang on a second. May not be much down here, but take a torch holder is better than nothing. Okay, that's that one. Now there was I think, or whatever it's called, he seems to have dropped out now. Okay. Bit of firewood. Not always worth it coming down into these bits, but sometimes. Healing poultices. Again, I'll not say no to them. They look like coal. We're doing pretty well. That's certainly coming out with more than we went in with. Of course, that is kind of what I expected. There's a book there. Nearly forgot that. I think that is probably getting close to about it. Some seeds. Something interesting down here, perhaps? Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I think we've probably exhausted this, so let's just go and have a look at what we yanked and get rid of what we don't want. Let's go and do it over here, well away from that skull monster. Right, so what do I not want? I don't want those. I don't want that. Don't want that. Don't really want that. Don't want that. What else have we got? Anything here that we don't want? Not really worried about Galana. Let's start doing some reading of books. Survival 2.5, Cooking 5, Survival 2.5, Survival 0.63, ooh, generous, Metalworking 20, and that was pretty much it. Right, we need to head back and we need to avoid that that boss. So I'm going to do that, and I think on this note we will see you next time. Oh, rift activity's high. That might explain why we're getting all sorts of goodness. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.